Mr. Speaker, colleagues, fellow leaders, and distinguished guests, it's an honor to stand here as the 161st President of the American Dental Association. This is a proud moment for me and one that I don't take lightly. Years ago, I never imagined I'd be here leading this incredible organization, yet here I am, coming from rock bottom to the president of the ADA, representing what I consider to be the best profession in the world. I dream big. I live in a realm where anything is possible. And my life is proof that it truly is. And I believe the same for our ADA, especially now in this pivotal moment of time. My theme for this year is the power of now. The choices we make now are going to greatly affect our future. Dentistry is changing. We have a younger, more diverse workforce. There are more pathways to practice, plus consumerism and patient expectations have never been greater. The integration of primary care and dental care is gaining traction and reconnecting the mouth to the body in a way that truly serves our patients. And we need to lead this effort. We also face challenges like huge gaps in access to care. Half of Americans don't visit the dentist in any given year, and nearly a quarter can't afford to, even when they need it. I know trends like this can feel uncomfortable and bring uncertainty, but remember, the ADA is the biggest lever in our profession, and it's up to us to seize this moment, and the power is in the now to shape a brighter future for everyone. When we're at our best, we impact the lives of our patients in so many ways. Like my patient, John Alexander, who I had the privilege of treating 8 years ago. His story is a powerful reminder of how transformative our work can be. John sold newspapers near my office to raise money that funded homeless shelters in Denver. But though John was homeless too, he had a glow about him, and he always greeted everyone with his gapped tooth smile. But behind that smile, he was struggling. His past years and his addiction forced him to live on the streets, and this had taken a toll on his teeth. Even though his circumstances were not ideal, he emitted this constant positive energy. And he was known as the mayor in our neighborhood, the quote-unquote mayor. Everybody knew him and everybody loved him. When John finally came to see me, I had to remove all of his teeth, but I gave him a new set of dentures. And when he, with his new smile, John said he finally felt like a new person, that he was able to fully express his happiness again, that the scars of his addiction on his face were finally healed and he felt whole. In my experience, when we transform smiles, we transform lives. And that's the kind of impact we have as dentists. We give people a reason to smile and a chance to be their best selves. There's nothing better than watching a patient's face light up, enabling their souls to shine through. And this is why I'm so passionate about our work and the future of dentistry. And together, we can make meaningful change, one patient at a time and one step at a time. As an endurance athlete, I've learned the power of taking one step at a time to achieve my goals, no matter how insurmountable that distance or task might be. I remember when I did my first Ironman race. After swimming 2.4 miles in the ocean, after riding 112 miles on the hot lava fields of Hawaii, battling wind and conquering hills, and after 8 hours of effort, it was time to start the marathon, and I was tired. There's no way I could have run a marathon at that point, but I could run 1 mile, and I knew at the end of that mile there would be an aid station where I can refuel and get rehydrated. And then I knew I could run another mile, and at the end of that mile, there would be yet another aid station. I took it one step at a time, 1 mile at a time, until I reached that finish line. After completing many marathons and Ironmans over the years, it's taught me the importance of focusing on running the mile that I'm in. I've also learned that these races were not just about physical endurance, but they were about mental strength, teamwork, and a commitment to the cause that carries us forward. These are the same principles I will bring to my presidency. Dentistry, in many ways, is facing its own Ironman race, a challenge that will test our resolve, and it demands for us to be at our best. But just like in any race, where we place our focus will determine our success. This year, I'm going to focus on 3 key areas. The first is promoting wellness. The second, fostering a culture of respect. And third, integrating oral health within primary care. To me, wellness is where it all begins. As dentists, it's our responsibility. Our responsibility goes far beyond caring for our patients. We need to care for each other, and most importantly, we need to take care of ourselves. My commitment to wellness began after I sunk into the depths of my addiction. I wouldn't be alive today if it wasn't for a call that I made to the Michigan Dental Association's well-being program. That call saved my life, and that call set me on a path to recovery. I take my recovery one day at a time, and I'm grateful to everyone who has walked this path with me, one step at a time. Many of you are here in this room, and I'm extremely grateful to share that yesterday I celebrated 9,496 continuous days of sobriety. And if you do the math, thank you. That's 26 years. And yeah. In sobriety, I learned about persistence, about resilience, and how to focus on what's truly important. I learned true gratitude, and I learned true love, and I learned my purpose. My purpose, I'm a catalyst for positive change in the world, and I do my best to align all my actions with this purpose. I do it in my recovery, I do it in my athletic endeavors, I do it as a dentist, and I will continue to do this as leader of this fine organization. Throughout my journey, I've worked with many colleagues who were struggling also, whether with substance abuse, mental health challenges like anxiety, depression, burnout. And in the last 20 years, anxiety rates in dentists have tripled, with younger dentists facing higher levels of stress and depression. Over 80% of us report major stress, and nearly 60% are considering career changes or early retirement. These are trends we cannot ignore. I personally know about a dozen suicides within our community this past year. One is too many, and we cannot allow one more life to be lost. This is why I'm committed to ensuring our dental community knows about the support available through the ADA's Health and Wellness Program and the state dentist well-being programs. In addition, we have our wellness ambassadors who connect members around the country to these critical resources. A valuable tool that the ADA has been using these past years is the Mayo Clinic's Wellbeing Index, which is available for free to all of our members, which will help assess our own well-being and then access tailored support. We're working on eliminating barriers that prevent our peers from seeking help. Intrusive mental health questions on state licensure and credentialing applications discourage our colleagues from accessing support. Studies show that the state-supported programs have a 75% recovery rate, compared to just 3 to 6% to those who try to attempt recovery alone. But we have to reduce the stigma around mental illness so our colleagues will access these programs without the fear of punitive measures. I've been involved in the ADA's efforts to push for policy changes with the American Association of Dental Boards, and we've created a toolkit to help dental boards organize, build, and provide more supportive environments. And this is available on ada.org/licensure reform. Over the years, I've learned that wellness is multifaceted. It's about balancing physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, and social health. Each is interconnected, whether it's through physical workouts, eating right, staying mentally active, or having good relationships. It affects how we feel and how we function every single day. Dentistry is hard. It takes a toll on our bodies, it takes a toll on our minds, and we have to remember that our most valuable asset is us, and we must take care of ourselves as such. I try to live by this daily, especially now in my leadership role. But this approach isn't just for me, it's for all of us. When we're at our best, we can give our best to those we're serving. But giving our best doesn't stop there. Our strength as a profession comes through our diversity. Diversity and inclusivity are two of our core values, and it's time we fully embrace both of them. I'm reminded of my great-uncle Dave. He was one of the first Jewish students at Northwestern Law School. He experienced all sorts of acts of bigotry during his times there, and it's painful to think that those challenges still exist today, but they serve as a reminder that our work is far from over. My great-uncle's experiences and others like them have taught me that effective leadership isn't just about showing up, listening, and creating a culture of belonging where we need to have everybody feel included and valued. However, not all of our colleagues feel welcome within the ADA umbrella, and this needs to change. As former chair of the Diversity and Inclusion Committee, I've seen and I've heard about discrimination within our profession that is simply unacceptable. I recall an incident from a dental school presentation on airway issues attended by a third-year dental school class that included several black students. When the instructor asked, "How do you measure the circumference of the neck in a dental chair?" the very next slide showed an image of a hooded man hanging from a noose. This happened recently at one of our finest institutions. And when I receive letters suggesting we're focusing too much on DEI issues, I think of these students, and I pledge to make sure that nothing like this atrocious act ever happens again. The ADA will continue to build a culture where diversity, inclusion, and respect aren't just about things that we talk about, but actions that we take every single day. Because if we want to truly serve everyone, we have to live these values in everything we do. Our mission is deeply rooted in ensuring that every dentist succeeds, no matter their gender, their age, ethnicity, career stage, sexual orientation, or how they choose to practice. This commitment extends to every single career path, from private practice and large group settings, DSOs to education, public health, and beyond, wherever quality care is delivered. Quality care exists among all practice modalities, and generalizations that suggest otherwise alienate our colleagues who work in these diverse environments and make them feel excluded for their personal career choices, and we need to stop it. Representation matters because it strengthens our profession, improves access to care, and better reflects diverse communities we serve. And if we're serious about tackling health disparities, we have to support all dentists, all pathways that lead to greater access, especially as more dentists are choosing to practice in large dental groups with different types of ownership models. To truly achieve this, we must provide support so that every dentist can bring their full and best selves to the work they love, to the patients they serve. And as we help our colleagues thrive, it's equally our responsibility to ensure our patients have the opportunity to live their best lives too. Our role goes beyond just fixing teeth. I was so excited a few years ago when the Board of Trustees unanimously articulated our why. We make people healthy. When we rally around our why, we achieve both of our aspects of our mission. We elevate our profession and we advance the health of the public. During my general practice residency at Northwestern Memorial Hospital, I saw firsthand how medicine and dentistry under one roof complement each other and improves patient outcomes. This reinforced the fact that the mouth is truly connected to the body, and for too long, oral health has been treated as separate from overall health. But we all know that oral health is health. It's up to us to elevate it as such and redefine dentistry's role in primary care. Consider this. Why has it become culturally accepted that a patient with degenerative joint disease in the hip can get a titanium replacement through their medical benefits, but they can't get an implant to replace a front tooth? If I'm old, if I'm young, if I'm rich, if I'm poor, male, female, black, white, in shape, out of shape, I can get a titanium post in my hip, but not in my mouth. Why do we accept this? Why is walking considered more important than chewing? Both are essential for quality of life. If we applied the same dental benefit model to medicine, patients needing hip replacements would get crutches, because that's what a flipper is. It's a crutch. We should have the same opportunity to provide the finest dentistry has to offer, just like medicine has been afforded. Why is walking, again, more or less important than chewing or replacing a tooth? Think about that. What if we truly had an essential benefit that makes the oral cavity healthy, the occlusion functional, and a smile that is acceptable? And imagine if we got paid an appropriate fee for the services we provide. L.D. Pankey once famously said, "I never saw a tooth walk into my office. It was always attached to a person." Get to know that person, and you may get the opportunity to treat them as patients. As dentists, we build long-lasting relationships with our patient, and some of mine have been with me for over 25 years. Few physicians today can say that. This dedication drives us to seek better ways to serve them, because we're not just caregivers, we're trusted advisors and advocates for their health. After many years of running a fee-for-service practice, I joined the executive board of the Colorado Dental Association and discovered that 2/3 of my fellow Coloradans couldn't see a dentist because they lacked benefits and they couldn't afford care. This realization drove me to join our legislative advocacy team that engaged with lawmakers to help create an adult dental Medicaid program within my state, giving 300,000 people access to a dental home they never had before. And over the last 10 years, the Colorado Dental Association, along with state legislators, have built a plan that has truly become an essential health benefit for our citizens. Recently, I spoke with a reporter from USA Today. It was about a patient, a woman who passed away from a brain abscess with a dental origin. She could not find a Medicaid provider, even though this treatment was medically necessary. The reporter asked me how I felt about this tragedy, and of course, I expressed sadness. But I explained that this tragedy was not a failure of dentistry, it was a failure of the system. For every patient like her, thousands of us are helping and ready to help, but Medicaid's limitations prevent us from delivering the care our patients need and what they deserve. This harsh reality affects millions, including 80 million seniors who still lack predictable access to dental care. When I served on the ADA's Council on Dental Benefit Plans, I initially opposed Medicare for dentistry. But seeing these numbers, I know we have to find a solution. Over the past year, the ADA has ramped up its dental insurance reform efforts to continue to seek ways to improve access, with the goal that no patient is left behind. We'll continue to help states this upcoming year through SPA and FISC grants. And as we see the expansion occurring in Medicare's coverage of medically necessary dental care, and as we push for a comprehensive adult dental Medicaid benefit, we're also driving reforms in the private sector. You heard Dr. Edgar highlight several of these recent wins on Saturday, and I'm ready to carry that torch forward as we continue advancing the ADA's vision of achieving optimal health for all. To get there, though, we have to rethink the outdated benefit model that no longer serves us. We need to champion a whole health philosophy, because dentistry isn't just about teeth. It's about overall health and well-being of our patients. In order to elevate dentistry's role in complete health, it requires a significant shift from sick care to proactive wellness care. And it begs the question, who will lead this shift? Who else but us, the ADA? To advance this mission, I'm excited to announce that we'll be hosting another symposium in June, ushering a new era of holistic care, one that's long overdue. Traditionally, dentistry has been tied to a surgically based reimbursement model, one where we only get paid if our drill is spinning. Yet medicine is reimbursed for screenings, consultation, and managing chronic conditions, and it's time for dentistry to move in that direction too. The demand in the next 20 years for operative dentistry will likely decrease. Preventative measures like water fluoridation, as we know, has already led to fewer cavities. And we also know that fluoride is being challenged right now in big ways. While caries management will still be a part of our work, future generations of our patients will face fewer dental issues. And given these trends, the ADA must continue to lead the way in making oral health recognized as essential. This means adopting new technologies, advancing research, expanding into broader health screenings, and being compensated for them. What a concept. A lot of this change is already underway. Medical-dental collaborations are already prevalent in the FQHC systems. Dentists are broadening their scope to include airway screenings and treatment, tackling issues like obstructive sleep apnea, offering solutions such as oral appliances and orthognathic surgery. Technological advances are continuing to reshape how we care for our patients and connect with each other. AI is emerging as a powerful diagnostic tool, and it's set to make a major impact in dentistry within the next 5 years. Imagine the possibilities with AI. Imagine having the most amazing personal assistant at your fingertips, with AI whispering into your earpiece about a patient's history, personal details, information that I used to bury in the patient's chart will be readily available. AI is not going to replace the human touch that we have as caregivers, but I see AI as actually augmenting the doctor-patient relationship, and this is something that we hold sacred. Looking ahead, ADA's foresight will be instrumental in driving research that positions dentistry at the forefront of healthcare, the forefront of innovation, and ensuring that we continue to lead in transforming our patients' care. It's through these efforts that we can make a difference in the lives of millions of Americans because we are the ADA. How cool is that? And let's take some pride. As I officially take the torch as the 161st president of the ADA, I'm inspired and grateful to all of you who have been part of my journey. Those of you who supported me, those of you who've believed in me. I first want to thank Dr. Linda Edgar for being an amazing and supportive partner in leadership. We've had a lot of fun, and I'm going to miss you. Under your leadership, we were able to accomplish some amazing things. I learned so much, and I'm so proud to be your wingman. To Dr. Ray Colmia, we believe in you. Your vision is an inspiration. Your friendship is a gift. To my board, your dedication to the profession makes me proud to serve with you all. Thank you for your support, and we welcome the new trustees. Congratulations to the new officers, President-elect, Second Vice President and Treasurer. I can't wait to work with you all. To the 14th District, I say this often, I am a product of my environment, a proud product of my environment. Those who came before and those who are here now, you are all so special to me, especially my leadership team. You know, leadership sometimes is a very lonely path, and the unwavering love and support throughout this year has gotten me through the highs and the lows. Thank you. These past few years have been unreal, and I carry you with me everywhere I go. I broke ground at Metro Denver Dental Society, and we innovated what a local component could possibly be. I rose through the Colorado Dental Association, and to the many leaders that I've served with at both organizations, you gave me experience and you gave me the courage to keep pushing forward. You gave me a voice, and you gave me a platform, and I'm forever grateful. I want to thank my incredible wife, Gina, for her love and support. Unfortunately, Gina could not make it. She is 3 weeks status post double mastectomy from breast cancer, and she's healing wonderfully, and I can't wait to share this year with you. To our wonderful children, Eli, Max, Sydney, and Riley, you're my greatest joy, and you inspire me every single day. To my dad, Larry, and my stepmom, Chessie, thank you for your never-ending guidance and your encouragement. Thank you for modeling the way for me and my siblings. Thank you to my late mom, Gloria, whose memory continues to be a guiding light in my life. I hope I'm making you proud, Mom. To my 6 amazing siblings, Jeff, Corey, Brandy, Lindsay, Brian, and Bradley, thank you for always having my back. To all the mentors who've helped me along the way, there are probably thousands of you, and many of you are here in this room. Thank you for shaping me into the person and the leader that I am today. The lessons I've learned from you remind me that every time I work on a patient, the work we do, the gift we give, has the power to be a catalyst for improving lives. And I know this also holds true for all of you. As we embark on this new journey, let's hold on to that same purpose, not rushing to the finish line, but moving forward one step at a time. Each step, no matter how small, brings us closer to our shared vision of a healthier world. So let's make every step count. Let's be champions who inspire our patients and our colleagues to be their best, and let's be the lever that elevates this profession to new heights. We are the change makers. We are defining what's possible for dentistry. I see the golden age of dentistry is right now, and it's right ahead of us too. Join me along this path to create this preferred future, because when we stand together, anything is possible. The time is now. It's time for us to think different. It's time for us to think bigger. I know we can change the world. Thank you so much for the privilege to serve.